What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by Mike from Laughing Stock Media, which, by the way, yes, you have to say that full name every time you talk to Mike, including in the comments. If you talk to him, you have to say, "Hey, Mike from Laughing Stock Media, how's your day going?" And Qaaman from Qaaman's Land, and today we're discussing the new characters in Universe 6, fighting for Champa. Now, at this point, everybody's already seen his designs. We're not going to talk about the details in Chapter 7, but we're only going to talk about the designs themselves. So, at any point in this video, if you have thoughts and opinions and feedback of anything we say or just design talk or whatever, drop a comment below. But without further ado, let's talk about these characters. So it's funny, Mike sent me this picture, and somebody said, what if in not Team Universe 6, but in Universe 6, these are just alternate villains. You have like alternate Cell, alternate Vegeta, alternate Frieza, alternate Buu, and alternate Android. And I think that's kind of funny, and that's probably something that we can talk about another time. But if you have any thoughts on that theory as well, feel free to drop a comment below. But Qaaman, how about you start us off and let us know your thoughts on these new Toriyama designs that we can expect in the Champa arc?
Yes, well, the very first thing that I wanted to talk about is the design I like the least. The Winnie the Pooh, or should I say Winnie the Boo. Winnie the
Boo. Kung Fu.
It's so weird, like, that bear-looking thing, I feel like it's such a clumsy design. It doesn't look threatening. It doesn't look
Wait,
cool.
Before you continue, can I say one thing?
Yes.
I saw a lot of people criticize even Monaka, that's his name, his design, and all these new designs. Like, what is Toriyama doing? Just so people who don't know, Toriyama's always been famous for these crazy designs. This is not a new thing. So to those who are criticizing Toriyama, saying, "Oh, these designs suck," it's like, I don't think you know what Toriyama has done. But I just want to kind of toss it out there. But go ahead, keep talking about Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, so Winnie the Pooh, I don't know. I feel like he doesn't look intimidating at all. I'm the least, supportive of his appearance. But the next one I wanted to talk about is me and Mike from Laughing Stock Media. Yes, Mike from Laughing Stock Media. We're discussing that character who looks like a Saiyan, literally to me, I actually thought it was Tarble at a first glance. But until I look closer, the eyes look a little bit off. But it has a very, very, very strong resemblance to Tarble based off his appearance. And for those of you who don't know, Tarble is basically Vegeta's little brother. Yeah, Vegeta gets a brother out of nowhere, similar to how Bulma gets a sister out of nowhere in Tights. And he was from a special called Yosun Goku and His Friends Return. And his anime appearance looks very similar to that. So I felt they were kind of rubbing off of the whole Tarble look. But, it just looks like a generic small Saiyan. And Dragon Ball always plays on, the fact that smaller characters always kick ass. And then we also go to the next character. We have the purple...
Wait, before you go to the next character, I want to ask you, do you think we'll see any new forms or crazy forms with this new Saiyan?
I personally, I think he's already a Super Saiyan God. There's no way that he could play on the level of the other characters unless he's another god.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say was, and I briefly talked about this the other day in one of my videos, is since Vados and Champa picked these characters out, and I'm sure Vados and Whis are essentially kind of the same being, I'm sure Vados has the same rule on her staff. So we don't know if these 5 warriors were thrown into that staff too and trained to achieve these crazy forms themselves. Like, each one probably has something very unique that's going to be really powerful when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about too.
Absolutely.
So I mean, for the purple Cell-Calo, whatever he is, I thought he has the coolest design. It reminds me of Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the Namekians that have a very fish-like aquatic appearance, alongside with a lot of the Namekians from Dragon Ball Online. And then we also have the Frieza look-alike, very obvious, simple design. If you really think about it, Frieza, Cell, Cooler, and Chilled, and Kuriza all virtually look the same. So, I mean, honestly, when you see what a member of Frieza's race or his mutants, they all generally look exactly the same. So I really had nothing to say about that. And as for the last one, Mike is going to go more in depth about it, but I felt like that whole, Full Metal Alchemist knockoff of a robot looks kind of a little clunky. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look intimidating.
Honestly, I think the robot is going to have something inside him. It's like Bui from Yu Yu Hakusho in the final part of the Dark Tournament, where he just took off his arm and became really, really strong. I feel like that's going to be his secret. Like, he's going to bust out the armor and be super crazy powerful.
Whoa.
What if there's another Saiyan in there? Because remember, Champa did say, we need to get Saiyans on our team as well, and then he only showed up with one. So we don't know if there's like a smart one underneath that armor.
Hey, I just got off the line from Toriyama. He was telling me himself on the phone. I speak Japanese, and he said that the person in the armor is Broly. And he uses the armor to control his infinite power, which would obviously beat all the gods with ease.
It's clearly Broly bot at this point. Now, Qaaman, I want to ask you, so you don't really like the Frieza character, right?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, at least make him look a little bit different. I mean, he literally looks exactly like him.
Nah, let me tell you why I'm excited about him. I'm actually more excited about Frieza's character or the Frieza race character than anybody thus far. I made a video about it yesterday. Check it out if you guys want to. The reason why I'm hyped about Frieza is because what would happen, here's the theory I'm going to ask you guys about live on camera. What would happen if Frieza had trained with Vitals and Champa? Probably gotten pretty strong, mastered the golden form. Frieza's one flaw was he went to planet Earth the second he got his transformation, and he lost because he couldn't control it. Now, let's take a Frieza-based character who's probably a good guy, because he does seem more good than evil, since he looks a lot nicer in the cover. Let's take his character, hand him over to Vitals and Champa, let them train him, let them master the final perfect form, and also learn how to control it. Now let's toss this character into a fight, and what do you get? Danger. Pure freaking danger. His final form, if he has a golden style transformation or whatever, is going to be obviously a problem in the fight. And I feel like since the tournament is going to be a elimination like it was with the Baba tournament in Dragon Ball, he's going to knock out a lot of people. He's going to knock out probably Piccolo first because, you know, Piccolo is just there. He's going to knock out Boo, and I feel like the fight will come down between him and Vegeta, which we'll discuss on your video, Qaaman, tomorrow or whatever. But I feel like this Frieza character is going to be the most dangerous one in the crew just because the limitless potential they have. And now when you have right trainers like Vitals and Champa, you know, in that situation, he's going to be insane.
What if this current Frieza isn't actually Frieza, but King Cold? And we
dun dun
for
dun.
once get to see that he actually can transform.
Dun
Which
dun
will
dun.
create a gigantic plot hole because Goku never should have been able to beat him in the future if he actually could transform. Because Goku would let him.
Mike, what do you think about the characters?
I like them for the most part. I'm just happy that we're finally getting to new freaking content after like 2 arcs of the same thing that we already paid money to see in theaters. Now, I like this character, this purple thing. I thought at first that he looked more like a combination of Pikkon and Piccolo, but now actually looking at Cell and looking at that picture, he does look a lot like Cell. It looks almost like Cell if he fused with Frieza or something like that, like Frieza in his final form. It's really interesting. You know, but I think that, like, I like them. I just think that the Frieza and the Saiyan are kind of like the weakest links in my opinion, just because of the fact that, like, we've already seen Saiyans in our universe. We've already seen a Frieza in our universe. You know, we don't need another thing. Even
weakest in
Vegeta
terms
confuses him as Frieza.
Weakest
in terms of character design.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
I feel like they're going to be really powerful. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you know, one of this, like, the Saiyan ends up being, like, totally, like, OP, but I don't know. I don't know who's supposed to be, like, they're making it seem like the purple dude's the team leader, and he's got to have some, like, awesome abilities. That's one of the things I hope that they all have, like, really interesting abilities that they perfected, and that's what they actually get to put over the top. I mean, I don't know if I like the team leader aspect of the rules, though, because, I mean, wouldn't it be so cool if Goku fights in the first round and gets knocked the fuck out by this guy, and you actually are like, holy shit, what's going to happen? You know, like, amazingly.
Anything could happen at this point, honestly.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, in typical Toriyama fashion, this new guy they introduced just is, like, the most OP character ever and just knocks everyone out. But the robot does seem a little bit out of place just because, like, how could a robot be that strong? Maybe it's, like, an alternate Dr. Gero in there. I don't know. Like, who knows what's going to be in there, but I guess we're going to have to find out.
How do you feel about the Winnie the Boo?
I like it. It's funny. It's gonna be entertaining to actually see him fight. I assume that he's gonna have some ridiculous kind of techniques and stuff. Maybe he can regenerate. Maybe he is the alternate version of Boo, and he's just a bear.
Mike,
actually, we forgot to discuss one character, and I want to ask you guys both right now before we move on. How do you guys feel about Monaka? Qaaman, you first.
Monaka, like the guy with the nipples?
Yes.
I think that he's an interesting looking character, but I think that at the same time, if he's really this secret fighter, I definitely was expecting a more badass looking character than that.
I honestly was too.
Here I thought
the question is
Saitama was
how many Ultra Balls do you think it'll take to catch Monaka?
You're probably gonna need a Master Ball.
Master Ball? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I mean, it's weird. I can't get into the nipples. Like I said in my video originally when I talked about it, I just want to give him nipple twisters, but he might beat my ass. But I want to see him transform or something. He has to have some kind of vicious like ability that made, you know, Beerus really be afraid of him. Because right now he looks just like, But Mike, what do you think about him?
And I think he's both interesting and kind of like bland looking at the same time. Like it just kind of seems like, I don't know, it just seems like they could have done a lot more with his character design. It's just like he's kind of there. He's just kind of generic alien looking thing.
Right.
So I do hope that he gets more, or the way he's presented in motion, he's just such an OP badass that nobody even has to care. Like, just fucking takes everyone out in one hit. I mean, he gave Beerus a stronger struggle than Super Saiyan God, so this guy must be like ridiculously overpowered.
I do like the originality, at least. I mean, like I said, it's something. This is what Toriyama always does. You expect the least. What you expect the least is what always happens. And the design is definitely original, but I can't say that I'm a complete fan of him just quite yet. Although when I first saw Beerus, I was kind of like, really? That's the next character that they're gonna fight against, and Beerus ended up becoming my favorite character. So for all we know, Monaka is going to be just as badass when we get to that point of the series. But my personal thoughts on everybody so far is, the Cell guy reminds me a lot about Mira, which I kind of like. I feel like out of everybody, he's the only evil character. He must have been some kind of villain in that universe or something. Like, he is probably like the Frieza equivalent or something in terms of like the Emperor of the universe. I feel like he's done some crazy shit, and he obviously got recruited for this fight. The Saiyan, I'm going to go ahead and say the Saiyan has to have Super Saiyan God, because like I said, you can't have, I mean, the one thing that we kind of wanted was a Super Saiyan God battle, and I feel like we have an opportunity to get this, because you got this character that you least expect. Like, really, that guy's a shrimp. He can lift like 10 pounds, and he's probably going to pop out, bust out Super Saiyan God, and it's going to be an epic fight. And I feel like he has to fight Vegeta or something, but again, we'll discuss that in another video. As far as Frieza, I think the Frieza character is my favorite, just because the limitless potential there, especially when he has proper direction and path through training with Vados and Champa. I think he can really be the most dangerous person on the team. Winnie the Pooh, I'm very neutral about him, just because I don't want to judge him just quite yet, because I feel like, just because he's like the fat guy, the large character, he's kind of like the least favorite to everybody. But for all we know, when he comes out, he's going to have a great personality, he's going to be hilarious, and he's going to be really powerful. So I don't want to judge him just quite yet. He is my least favorite design, at least next to Monaka. Monaka's probably the bottom of my list in terms of who has the best design. And with the robot, Clank from Ratchet and Clank is going to make his anime appearance.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Not Iron Giant.
or the Iron Giant, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and just stick to my beliefs that he has to have someone inside him. And I'm calling it now. It's going to be a Saiyan. It's got to be a Saiyan inside him. And just imagine how badass it would be if, like, this isn't even a final form. Like, for real, he pops out and there's another Super Saiyan God or something. How awesome that fight will be. But those are my overall thoughts on the 5 characters in Team Universe 6, and of course Monaka as well. But what does everybody else think? How you guys feel about the designs? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who's your favorite? Who's your least favorite? What you're expecting to happen? And I guess let's see what the community thinks about it. Gentlemen, is there anything else?
They should have recruited me, because I would easily beat all of them 5-1.
Well, the thing is, I was talking to Mike from Laughingstock Media the other day about this. How sapient do you both think, that big robot is? Like, do you think like he's like he's like intelligent, or do you think he's just like under command from somebody else, or do you think he can think for himself like an android?
I'm gonna say he has to be sapient, because I mean, obviously he has to be smart to pass a test. And I feel like, again, I'm just gonna stick to the fact that there's someone really, really smart inside that. For all it's Gohan. What should be Gohan? Because Gohan is away at a conference, remember? It's actually, how funny it would be if that was Gohan inside that. Not that I'm saying it's going to happen, but like, just imagine like the faces that we will all have, and Gohan pops out of that or something.
So that's what Gohan was studying for all these years,
right? This is how he becomes strong, by getting a freaking robot. No, I'm pretty sure it's going to be someone really, really powerful. It's going to pop out inside. They're really, really smart, which is going to make them very dangerous. The robot was just there probably to like suppress their powers, or so they don't have to like use their powers. Because for all we know, it's going to be like a very lazy character, like Frieza, for example, who was always lazy, didn't train. And for all we know, when the person inside that robot really gets cornered, he's going to bust out, become a lot stronger, uses intelligence, and he's going to be extremely dangerous. So I feel like that's something that we can, I'm going to kind of expect to happen when we get to his fight.
I wonder, if someone dies in this other place, where the hell do they go?
Well, they're still in, are they in Universe 6 or Universe 7 for this tournament? I don't remember.
I don't know.
No, they're in Universe 7, because remember, they flew 30 minutes to Beerus' planet, and then 2 hours to in another star. So they're still in Universe 7 for this fight.
Well, where do the people from Universe 6 go if they die in Universe 7? Do they go to Universe 7's afterlife?
I think they would stay in Universe 7, because if you remember when Frieza died on Earth, he was on Earth's hell.
Yeah. Very
But
interesting.
yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to add about the designs?
No, that's basically it.
All right, well, let's see what the community thinks about this in the comments below. So any thoughts you might have about any of these warriors, let us know. Designs, feedback, whatever, in the comment section below. And then come back tomorrow on Qaaman's channel or whenever Qaaman uploads it for a discussion on who's going to fight who. So, yeah. Let us know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed today's discussion. Leave a like below, all the good stuff. Check out Mike from Laughing Media, Qaaman, all that, everybody in this video. And we'll see you guys in the comments below.
And as we all know, if that's actually a Namekian, he's going to get beaten by chopsticks.
And please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, as I always say, to have a great day, guys. And Harold, your prediction is not going to come true.
Chopsticks!